What is up, home care superstars? This is Lucas Carroll with the Business of Senior Care. Here today to talk to you about the great state of New Jersey and what the process is to get a home care license in New Jersey. New Jersey has a unique setup in that it is governed for home care agencies. It's governed by a different department called the New Jersey Division of Consumer Affairs. This is different than the New Jersey Department of Health, and maybe it's a good reason because the Department of Health, for example, if you're trying to start a skilled home health agency, has a very difficult certificate of need process that hasn't had any openings for being able to apply for home health agencies in a few years. So it might be a blessing to be a part of the Division of Consumer Affairs. But if you're a non-medical home care agency, either a franchise or independent, you would be probably looking to go to this healthcare service firm licensure route. So the actual license type is called Healthcare Service Firm, or HCSF, and it's overseen. So the application goes to the Division of Consumer Affairs, and it's regulated by that division. So this is a little bit of an overview of the process. There's definitely more nuance and detail, but it all starts with an application. The application is happens in an online portal called the RGB portal that is then filled out and then documents attached, uploaded, and submitted to the department for review. The documents are things like the business entity, business insurance, lease for your office space, things like that. Um, and then after that, there has been a couple different ways to do survey, either on-site or a Zoom survey. On-site, they would come to your physical location. Also, I've seen them come to meet at a Starbucks or like a different community place that may be more close distance-wise for a surveyor, which is pretty unique. Or they could do it remote via Zoom. The content of the survey is the same regardless of how it takes place, but there is a couple of different ways to do it, where they look at policies and procedures, client files, staff files, the office setup, that sort of thing. After that, there is a review of some policies and procedures for the agency, and then once those are reviewed, then the agency gets the license. So then they have the license to operate. And then there's a specific process for accreditation in New Jersey that it needs to take place within the first year. So from the date that the license is issued, the agency needs to receive accreditation within the first year. So I'll scroll down here, click on this link. This shows the approved accrediting bodies in the state of New Jersey. So you have to go here, you have to pick one of these to contract with, and then this agency or whoever you contract with on here comes out and does an accreditation survey. This is when you're actually in operation, you actually have clients, you have staff members, they're going to review in more detail your policies and procedures, your client files, your staff files, your setup for your office, and that sort of thing. And then you become accredited, which needs to be renewed in every few years within the state. 2 roles are required on the application: an administrator and a registered nurse. The registered nurse's official title is healthcare practitioner supervisor. There are some experience requirements for the registered nurse that they can't just be just an RN, has to have some experience requirements in the related field. The typical licensing time period is 3 to 4 months. It is a bit finicky in New Jersey. It can happen actually really fast, or it can take much longer. In most states, there's like a general average time period, depending on the time of year, and New Jersey can be a little bit erratic with the actual timing. Right here, it talks about the different service types for the agency, the types of services, which would include bathing, toileting, transferring, dressing, grooming, exercise, and personal hygiene. $500 for the application fee at this time, the survey, and you can start from your own home. You have to have a dedicated entrance and exit for your home care agency that is different from your front door. You do have to get accredited, and you have to take out a couple forms of business insurance, so general liability insurance, and have a surety bond. And then the accreditation process takes, depending on which partner you connect with, about 6 to 8 weeks, and they have some various fees in getting signed up with them. So the New Jersey process has some nuances, does require a registered nurse, does require accreditation. The rules and regulation are, I'd say, medium, a little bit above that in terms of complexity, and the review process. So having a comprehensive set of policies and procedures is really important to make sure you get through the survey process, because they will look at it and review those. So that's a basic overview for New Jersey. Definitely a lot more nuance and detail. If you're looking for an expert to help you to get through the process for New Jersey, to avoid some of the common headaches like a returned application, policies that are not in compliance, not doing the process for finding your healthcare practitioner, supervisor, then please reach out to the Business of Senior Care, and we can save you time, money, frustration, and get you that license. Have a great day.